Pretty sure grade says that's
All
right, here we go. Get it.
Oh my! Oh, you got it. This one's cracked.
Yeah.
This one won't turn on. That's a shame. What's the worst? Don't worry, Kate. I'll go grab you now. Thanks. Yep.
That was my head, sorry.
Sammy literally stapled me. Like literally took a stapler to my leg.
I would literally like you to do this problem.
Hey,
man. Yeah.
How many can you do?
hit a fat raccoon.
Yesterday was the regression business and word problems. So, anyone still going? 2 potatoes? Good. Four, 8, 12, 17, 18, 19, 20. Huh. I think this is the first time that we've actually had everyone in class in a while. There's always at least one gone. Weird. Well, cool. That means no one should need to go watch the video for this afterwards because it's going to look a little bit different. Having trouble with YouTube Studio right now, but so recording it and then uploading it later. Okay. First of all, oh wait, that's right. We got to do the thing. You got to go over there and poke you again. You come over here, and then third time to go to screen 3. Okay. See, it turns out Frank's not very smart, but Frank was being sabotaged by his ex, LMA. LMA got sent over to the counter, and Frank went and shacked back up with his old high school sweetheart instead. We got rid of the new laptop, and I spent the last 2 hours getting re-imaged my old laptop so it'll actually run. So, yeah! There we go! No, you get over here. First up, Wayne's gonna hit 5 rabbits and 2 birds in flight for a total of 38 points. As soon as I hear those words, oh no. That's right. No, we have to turn off Smart Ink. Okay. Never mind. Everyone's here, so I'll just write it over here to save time. No, there's a Smart Ink overlay between Office and the smartboard. I just got to turn it off. But we'll come over here to do this instead. So we have 5 rabbits and 2 birds in flight for a total of 38 points. Sounds an awful lot like rate, and total. So we have 5 of the rabbits and 2 of the birds. 38. Go to the next sentence. His friend drives past a large patch of cattails. Only hit 2 rabbits, but 8 birds in flight, which is hilarious when you see them spiraling down out of the sky in your rear view mirror for 44 points. Write and solve a system. Okay, so not only do you need the system itself, off to the side, whatever your variables were, you need to have written what they actually mean. In my case, I said R is rabbits and B was birds. Once I have the system, it's just a matter of solve. You solve however you want. Did anyone go by substitution? Because you could take this second equation, cut it in half, move your 4b over here and just say r is 22 minus 4b. Go by substitution. No one did that? Everyone did elimination? Did anyone eliminate r's? Oh, we all saw the matrix. Cool. That means we probably all went the first equation by a -4. Okay.
I simplified.
Simplified and then did the bottom by -5.
Simplified and then did the top by 2.
I did top by 2 and then the other one.
Oh, so we got a whole grab bag here. All right. However you did it, I got a -20r here, minus 8b here is a -120, 32, 152 here, for a grand total of -18r is 42, 5, 6, 106, -106. So r is, well, 18, 5. No, that's not 6. That's 8, right? Because it should come out evenly. That's 90. 90 is 5, is 2 is 6. And once you got r is 6, you go back to any of them and finish it off. Say 2 of these plus 8 of those is 44. So that's 12. Subtract 12 over here. 8b is now words 32. And divide. B is 4. I can't just end it there, though. I have to actually answer the question. Write and solve a system to determine how many points rabbits and birds in flight are worth in the game. Rabbits are 6 points. Birds, 4 points. But I actually wrote that backwards. So birds were worth more. But in this problem, that's what it ends up. So the question is, did you identify your variables? Because otherwise you just got, your x and y might have been someone else's y and x, right? You have to say what they actually mean. So I'm going to combine, did you define your variables, and at the end actually say, this is this many points, this is that many points. Like together. Do we actually know what the crap you're talking about? Then, did you have the correct equations, or the correct values, and I'm going to say the correct form? Like, did you actually recognize that it was standard form? And then you put the right things in the right spot. So 2 different points there. Then, did you solve for the first one correctly? Did you solve for the second one correctly? Okay. Do we have any questions on how to score that up? Nothing? Okay, cool. Then we'll get rid of you. Bring you up. Do we have any questions on the homework? I think I had one person ask. They're just kind of overthinking one of them. Anything?
A little Among Us to me. I don't even know.
I don't even know.
I don't even never know. 50. Yeah, I'll say.
Okay. Let's see if Bobby Sue here works decently for us.
Wait, your name's Bobby Sue.
Well, the board is Frank. This is Bobby Sue. She is also not the brightest, but definitely better than LMA was. What? Oh, do I have to go like all the way back to the beginning?
Yeah, that
Search. There we go. No, this is the first time it's ever logging in.
Oh, you're good, Frank.
This is a completely start from scratch, fresh image. So I spent the last 2 hours getting the stream software and everything loaded. Come on, meow. No, this problem is on Pearson's end. Okay, what was 50? Was it words or you don't know how to do fractions? That's usually what they are. All right, hey! You say something with decimals. So before I even get to it, if I've got something with a bunch of fractions, how do I deal with I don't like a bunch of fractions? Get rid of them by multiplying, right? Can I do the same thing with decimals? You take whatever is the largest or the longest decimal train and you multiply by that. So like here, when I see 0.02 is 2/100ths. 1.5 is 5/10ths. 5/10ths, 2/100ths. How about I just multiply a whole thing by 100? So then I have 2a minus 150b is 800. By hundredths, 50a. Did I say by, I said by 100 or 200? I said 100. There we go. Right. Yeah, it is. It is. It is. I don't need to review anything. I can just hand you a test. Okay. 50a and minus 2b. Okay. That a little bit better, though? I don't like decimals, so make it no decimals, right? Same thing with 52. 1/2 x, 2/3 y, 3/4 x, 1/3 y. If you don't like it, take the whole top row times 6, the whole bottom row times 12. Poof, gone. Okay? You don't have to deal with ugly. Might take more work, but you aren't working with fractions now. Okay? So, besides that. Okay. Really? Nothing? Cool. Then, you know the drill. By now, we should know the drill. I will be using this space to go through notebooks from pre-calc. So, when I say all of your phones up here, put them all over here instead of over the entire counter. All your phones, your little smart watches, your doodads, your Skynet. Okay, getting all over there. Make sure they're off too. Off, silent, thou shalt not make beep beep. Because maybe a trollish teacher decides that they're going to start spamming your phone with messages during the test to see whose is whose. Okay. $12, $13, $14, $15, $16, $17. $18. Okay. One potato, two potato, three potato, four. One potato, two potato, three. One potato, two potato. Two potato. How dare you? One potato, two potato, three potato, four. One potato, two potato, three potato, four. All right. So we'll start with a wee bit of review. We're going to start with literal equations. That's kind of where we left off after last time. Literal equations was, can I solve when I say X's thing? And it's just a big old mess. Right? I'm trying to remember what all we did when. But it was, the last few days was systems, inequalities, absolute values. That was before, wasn't it? Oh, that was our review. Okay, that's right. I remember now. Review problems. We're going to start bringing in review. Okay, where we got 5 days of stuff that we do in class. Well, there's always going to be 6 problems, unless one of them is just really long. I want to bring back old stuff periodically. So you might be taking a quiz on, I don't know, rational functions in December, and randomly, here comes graph this absolute value inequality from September. Okay, so we're going to bring back some old stuff, and I'm going to start that now. Do you remember? We'll always review it right before you do it, though. The idea is just to keep it fresh. How? How do I get M all by itself? There's an M over here. Oh. What do you think? We had these before.
You combine it and you isolate it with parentheses.
I heard what? If I subtract 3m, and if I divide by 5 minus j, you got to remember that I'm going to divide here, here, and here. Okay, you kind of end up like a Yorkie chasing your tail, right? No matter what I do, if I get rid of it here, it shows up there. And I'm right back where I started. So, distribute. Start with distribution. Okay. I'll start there. And then, the goal of solving for any variable is I want that variable on one side, everything that's not that variable on the other side. So I'll subtract the 3m. Say j is 2m minus jm. 5m's minus 3m's. I can do that. Those are like terms. If I divide by j, again, math is communist. What you do for one, you do for all. You're going to end up with an m here, but an m over j here. He's going around in circles again. Does anyone remember? We had a couple like this. What if this said 5 equals 2m minus 6m? What would you do?
Add j. Add the j to the 2m. No, add the j over.
Well, it's not just a j. It's a jm. What is this? What did you just do? How did you get negative 4?
Oh, you just add and then divide by.
Isn't this what you're doing? It's just we are so used to just writing it that we don't think it is literally 2 minus 6 m's. Remember, factor the m out. They've got an m in common. 2 minus j left over.
Then you can divide by that.
Now I can divide that because now it's m times a thing. Divide by the thing. So m is j over 2 minus j. Don't try to cancel those j's. It's not a product, it is a difference. I can only cancel out factors. Okay? So it just stays like that. The trick is, I got to factor things out. You might have to factor out the variable that you're working with. Okay? So, little bit of trip down memory lane there. Okay, now into the stuff that we were just doing. Transformations. Okay. I start with the parent function. This. But it isn't really just that. It's this. Okay, that's all the stuff that goes in the ABHK spots to do our transformations. I'm going to change those spots to do this stuff. Translated 6 units up. A, B, H, or K?
K.
Plus or minus? Okay. 3 units down. Oh, wait.
Whoa.
Oh, sorry. Here. Oops. Typo, right? 3 units to the right, bass backwards land. We got x minus 3. Reflected about the x-axis, A or B? A. And vertically compressed by a factor of 1/4. A or B? Controversy. Look it up. Y'all got your notes.
Oh yeah, it's A.
Right? A is everything vertical. B is everything horizontal. Okay, so just negative 1/4 out here. And this is going to be g of x now because I've translated it or transformed it. You do all that right and you get 4 out of 5. Why do you get 1 off on this? Say it loud and proud. Squared.
Oh.
Remember, it's x squared is what I'm transforming.
Definitely got one of those.
Okay? Yeah, sorry, I was, well, I procrastinate just like you. I was up late last night doing these, so. All right, next one. Write an equation for the graph. Identify the transformations performed on the parent graph. And even tells you that the parent graph is y is the absolute value of x. So how do I turn that into this? Well, y is a b x minus h plus k. That's where all my stuff goes. You got to put the right things in the right spot. I see a vertex right here. How does that help me? Right? So left 1 up 4. Left 1 means plus 1 in the h spot. Up 4 is plus 4 in the k spot. And because I see another point right here, I know it goes down 1, right 3. That means there's a vertical reflection and a compression by 1/4, so I can just negative 1/3 out here, and I can ignore b. Y is negative 1/3 x plus 1 absolute valued plus 4. The parent graph is an absolute value of x. The transformed graph is an absolute value of x. Make sure that you write absolute value. I'll see a lot of kids that for some reason, when you have number 2 involved a quadratic, number 3 involved an absolute value, they'll like transpose those for some reason. They'll write this as something squared instead of absolute value brackets. Just be careful that you're actually using the parent function. Okay. We still got some work to do with Frank. Oh! I'm all discombobulated because it's wiggling again. Y'all see it? Kind of wiggling and twitching? No?
Yes.
Anyone?
Maybe of course. I see it.
Like, I genuinely have a headache right now just looking at it. Yeah. Okay, so the transformations. There were 4 of them. Remember, the negative, even though it's in the A spot, whether it's positive or negative, is its own transformation. This gets me a vertical reflection, or you can call it reflect in the x-axis. Then we take care of the 1/3. 1/3 is less than 1, so what? Compression. And then just say by 1/3. We have a 1 in the H spot, positive 1 in the H spot, bass-ackwards land. Remember that right there, like this. So if I say plus 1, use your big kid words, it's a horizontal translation left 1. And then the K spot is a vertical translation up 4. So if I was looking at this one, in terms of points, I would see, did you do that, 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 and that, and then you use them to write it correctly. Okay? So identifying transformations is the actual standard. Solve by graphing. I don't care how you graph it. You want to graph it by turning them into slope-intercept. You want to have them both in standard and go by intercepts or x and y intercepts. I don't care. I skipped 4. Like, if you don't believe me, you're welcome to just come stand next to this and watch the whole thing wiggling and twitching. Like, I actually have a headache because of this thing now. That is not in transformation form. I need to make it in transformation form.
-9.
Okay? Be careful when you do. That it's still a negative y.
Divided by -1.
And remember, when I divide or multiply by the -1, I have to flip the inequality, and you don't distribute into absolute value land. Just make it a -2. Because that whole thing is smashed together. That whole thing is smashed together, so it is being multiplied together. So multiply it by a -1. I only need a negative, not a bunch of them. And then -1. Okay, now that I got that, I can use my transformations to graph it. So, okay, I'll take my vertex. I will move it down 1. Ooh, left or right? Bass backwards land. And from there, the slope on the right-hand side is a times b. So from here, down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1, down to left 1. Solid or dotted? If that solid or dotted just caught any of you off guard, write a note to yourself. Tell yourself, watch out if multiplying or dividing by negative to flip the inequality. More ink here or more ink there. Give yourself those little notes. That's why we review it right before we do it. What's up? Okay. All right, so I got my dotted line. Now we can do 5, right? Shade. Throw some mathematical shade. How do I know which way to go? I got 2 options, right? Number 1, I can plug 0, 0 into the original and say, is it true or not? I would have 9 greater than, well, this is 0, this is 3, 3 times 2 is 6, 6 plus 10 is 16. Is 9 greater than 16?
No.
So this is not a solution. That means everything on that side of the V is not a solution. I would need to shade inside it. The other way, the easiest way, once I have this thing written like this, I just said y is less than the V. So where is y less? Down. Oh.
Oh, nice.
If you do that, do we get extra credit?
No. Okay, now we can do 5. I'm betting most of you are going to want to rearrange this like so. You don't have to rearrange if you can graph by intercepts. But if a good chunk you want to do that, then do that. Start at 3, down 2, right 1, down 2, right 1, down 2, right 1, down 2, right 1, or up 2, left 1. I make as many points as I can because odds are one of those points is going to be where these 2 graphs cross. Start at -9/2, so -4.5. And I can still use my slope from a fraction position. It's just always going to be at a fraction position. From here, halfway through the box, I'll go up 1 box over 2. Up 1 box over 2. Up a box over 2. Or down a box, left 2. And when I connect them, especially if I'm using a straight edge, I should see that they cross. You ain't done. You know how many kids will do this exact problem perfectly, move on with their life, and they're going to see one off. I'm going to underline that. Okay, don't get caught with the little things. The solution is a coordinate. You have to tell me this is at 3, -3. Okay, tell me the solution.
Solve.
All right, that's another thing you get to tell yourself. Hey, number 5, don't forget to write the coordinate. Okay? This isn't supposed to be a big gotcha moments. Tests aren't supposed to be stressful. It's, all right, this is the stuff we talked about. Do I know how to do it? Great, throw it in the grade book. Okay? It's supposed to be low stress. Write a system of equations to represent jingle bells? The hell is that?
Someone's boots. That's what it looked like.
All right. I don't know. It sounded kind of halfway between a bell and squeaking. I don't know. All right. A questionable fruit market is selling mutant banapples, not liable for superpowers or radioactive byproducts. In small bags for $6 and large bags for $10, you spend $68. Buy a total of 8 bags of banapples. How many small and large of mildly glowing banapples did you buy? The question tells me the variables. What did they ask? Small and large bags. So I'm going to start by saying X is small bags and Y is large bags. Just start there. Okay. Then look around in there for all that stuff we talked about. Do I see a starting amount?
Yeah.
Do I see a total? Do I see what?
See, small bags and large bags for a total of 68.
Okay, as soon as I hear a total of $68, I know I'm going to have something equals 68. The two things that we're going to have involve X and is plus Y. I just need to find the rate that goes with them. What is 68? 68 what? Dollars. Total dollars. So if this one is about money, then its rates need to be about money. It tells you what goes in that equation. It's $6 for the small ones and $10 for the large ones.
And then,
What's my other equation?
wouldn't you just add 8 to 60?
Okay, well, what?
In there. And,
There's another total in here.
X plus
Eight.
Y equals 8.
8 total.
8 total bags. Okay. 8 bags of banapples. What were the kinds of bags?
Small and large.
Just X plus Y. Small bags plus large bags is a total of 8 bags. There you go. All right, off to the races we go. How about the bottom one by -6? So I got 6x plus 10y is 68. -6x minus 6y is -48. 4y is 20. Okay. I think we know how to solve them. We're pretty good with that. If y is 5, x is 3. Did I answer the question? You need to say 3 small bags, and 5 large bags. Okay. There you go. We've got 38 minutes for 6 problems. I think you got this. This is how it should be. I don't want to just come out of nowhere and sucker punch you with, math. Okay. I want you to, hey, this is the stuff we did in class. I know how to do this stuff. I'm going to put it on a piece of paper. You're going to throw it in the grade book. I'm going to look good. My parents are going to buy me a puppy. Okay? That's how I want it. Now, when you are done, quizzes in basket. Your notes, remember you have 2 different packets now. Packet that has chapter 1, 2 stuff and the chapter 3 stuff, because we did both here. Your notes from first packet and second packet, your daily quizzes, and your assignments. Put them all in a pile. Don't scatter them all over the counter, because that's where I put all the stuff that's done, that I've graded for pre-calc. Okay? So put them all in a pile, and you're good to go. Please be quiet while other people are working. Everyone works at a different speed.